What if I told you that right now, as you listen to my voice, there is a giant sleeping inside you? No, I'm not talking about some fairy tale creature or movie character. I'm talking about something much more powerful than any supercomputer ever built on this planet. It is more creative than the greatest artists who ever lived, and more intelligent than any technology we have today. This thing has been running your entire life from behind a heavy curtain. It shapes your decisions, your mood, your health, and even the amount of money in your bank account. And here's the scary part. About 95% of everything you do is not even decided by you. At least, not by the part of you that thinks it is in control. Does that sound like some motivational fluff to you? Well, it is not. This is not just a feel-good speech that fades away after your morning coffee. What we are diving into today has the power to totally rewire how you experience your life. There was a man named Dr. Joseph Murphy who spent his whole life looking for this secret. He was not some self-help guru. He was a researcher who traveled the world, from the busy streets of modern cities to the quiet spiritual centers of India. He studied every major belief system he could find, and he came to one huge conclusion. Every single person on this earth has an unbelievable power inside them. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. This power is the subconscious mind. Now, wait a second. Before you think you have heard this all before, let me ask you something. Have you ever actually used it? I don't mean just nodding your head and saying, "Yeah, that sounds cool." I mean, have you ever really activated it to change your reality? Knowing something and using it are two different worlds. You can know that exercise is great, but that doesn't mean you are at the gym. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. But today, we are changing that. Welcome to Elite Summaries, where we break down the most powerful ideas to help you level up. If you want to master your mind, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, let's get back to the good stuff. Imagine a simple iron nail. It is weak and can barely hold a few papers together. But if you wrap a magnetic coil around it and run an electric current through it, that same nail becomes a magnet. It can suddenly lift things 20 times its own weight. The nail didn't change, but the force flowing through it did. You are that nail. Right now, you might feel stuck or ordinary, like life keeps pushing you back. But there is an invisible force waiting to flow through you that can transform everything. That force is your subconscious mind. Think about the people you admire, the ones who seem to have it all figured out. It is not just talent or luck. What separates them is something beneath the surface. They have a quiet certainty. They believe at their deepest level that things will work out, and so their subconscious mind makes it happen. Then there are the people who are always worried and anxious. They aren't less capable, they just have a different program running. They have a program of fear and doubt. So the big question is, which program is running in you right now? Think of your mind like a smartphone. You see the screen and the apps you tap on. That is the front end. But behind that screen is a massive operating system running thousands of things at once. It manages the battery and downloads updates while you sleep. Your conscious mind is the screen. It makes decisions and analyzes info. But your subconscious is the operating system. It runs your heartbeat, your breathing, and your habits. While your conscious mind can only handle a few things at once, your subconscious is processing millions of bits of information every single second. The part of you that you think is in control is actually handling less than 1% of what is going on. Your conscious mind is the gatekeeper. It gets to choose what is true or false. But the subconscious is the creator. And here's the catch. Your subconscious cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is just imagined. It doesn't judge. It doesn't argue. It just takes whatever you feed it and says, "Okay, I will make this happen." Every thought you think and every word you say to yourself is being absorbed like a sponge. Take the story of a woman named Priya. She was brilliant at her job in marketing, but every time a promotion came up, she told herself she wasn't senior enough or that she would embarrass herself. She said it so often, it became automatic. Her subconscious took those words as orders. She started sabotaging herself without even knowing it. She would hesitate in meetings and downplay her wins. For 3 years, she watched others get ahead while she stayed stuck in frustration. Then, she changed the script. She started telling herself every morning, "I am capable. I deserve recognition." She visualized her boss shaking her hand and saying, "Congratulations." In 6 weeks, her energy shifted. She spoke with authority. 3 months later, she got the promotion. She didn't change the company. She changed the instructions she was giving her mind. Think of your mind as a garden. You are the gardener. Every thought is a seed. A garden doesn't care if you plant roses or weeds. It just grows whatever you put in it. If you plant fear and resentment, don't be surprised when your life is full of weeds. Most people plant a positive seed in the morning, but then pour toxic negativity over it all day. You can't say an affirmation at 7 a.m. and then complain until midnight and expect a rose to bloom. Consistency is everything. What if you could see a transcript of your inner talk? Would you be proud of it, or would it break your heart? Imagine a massive cruise ship. It has a captain on the bridge who sees the horizon and sets the course. But the captain doesn't actually move the ship. Deep in the engine room, there is a crew of engineers. They can't see the ocean. They just follow the captain's orders. If the captain tells them to go full speed toward an iceberg, they don't argue. They just do it. Your conscious mind is that captain. Your subconscious is the crew. Every time you say, "Today is going to be terrible," your crew starts adjusting the engines of your reality to make it happen. By lunch, you are miserable because you gave the order at breakfast. Listen, I'm not talking about toxic positivity or just pretending everything is fine. It's about the power of repeated patterns. One whisper of "I am wealthy" won't fix 16 hours of "I am broke." But when you consistently feed your mind the same message, it becomes a belief. And once a belief takes root, it becomes your operating system. Doors that seem locked suddenly start opening. Look at Daniel, a graphic designer who felt like a fraud. Every time he got a big chance, a voice in his head said, "You are good enough." He would procrastinate or undercharge his clients until they left. He was eating noodles in a tiny apartment while less talented people were making 10 times more. He finally asked, What if the problem is my story? He started saying 5 simple statements every morning like, "My work creates real value." He felt silly at first, but he kept going. He spent 3 minutes every night visualizing himself in a beautiful studio. Within weeks, his inner critic got quieter. He started bidding on bigger jobs. By month 6, he had a proper studio and a full calendar. He changed the commands in the engine room, and the ship followed. This isn't just about money, though. Your subconscious mind controls your physical body, too. Negative thinking creates cortisol and stress that literally ages you and makes you sick. Have you ever been lying in a safe, comfy bed, but your heart was racing because you were worrying? Your body was reacting to a predator that only existed in your head. If you do that for years, you end up exhausted and depressed. But when you fill your mind with peace and gratitude, your cortisol drops and your immune system gets stronger. You literally become a healthier version of yourself. Your subconscious mind is a miracle machine. Have you ever had to wake up early for a flight and found yourself waking up exactly 3 minutes before the alarm? Your subconscious was tracking the time while you were dead to the world. If it can do that, imagine what it can do for your biggest goals. The power to move the world is inside you. The best time to reach this power is the last 5 minutes before you fall asleep. During the day, your conscious gatekeeper is alert and skeptical. But as you get drowsy, that filter becomes thin. Whatever you think about in those moments goes straight into the system unfiltered. Most people waste this time by scrolling through bad news or worrying. Instead, try this. Lie down, take deep breaths, and repeat what you want as if it is already true. I am healthy. I am attracting abundance. Seriously, try it. It takes about 21 days for a new belief to really take root. Look at Amara, a nurse who was totally drained. She felt like a candle burning at both ends. She started the sleep technique, repeating that she was full of energy. Week 1, she felt nothing. Week 2, she started sleeping deeper. By week 3, she was humming in the shower for the first time in years. She didn't change her job. She changed her internal software. Even thousands of years ago, people were healed by priests and shamans using rituals. It wasn't magic. It was the power of belief. When a person truly believed they were cured, their subconscious mind mobilized their immune system to make it happen. Modern science calls this the placebo effect. Sugar pills can lower blood pressure just because a patient thinks they are real medicine. If belief can heal your body, why can't it heal your bank account or your relationships? Let's talk about the wealth blueprint. Your bank account is just a mirror of your subconscious beliefs about money. If you grew up hearing that money is the root of all evil, or that people like us don't get rich, that is your program. Your subconscious will sabotage every chance you get to be wealthy because it wants to keep you safe within your program. This is why lottery winners often lose everything. Their internal blueprint didn't change. To fix this, try the 2-word technique. Every morning and night, just say, wealth, success. Feel the freedom those words bring. You are overwriting decades of bad code. Victor, a builder, was stuck at the same income for 7 years. He worked harder than anyone, but couldn't grow. He realized his blueprint was set to just surviving. He started the 2-word technique. A few weeks in, he looked at an estimate he was writing and felt a deep conviction that he was undercharging. He raised his price by 35%. He was shaking when he sent it, but the client said yes immediately. By the end of the year, his revenue doubled. And listen, if you resent rich people, you are telling your mind that wealth is bad. Your mind will make sure you stay poor to keep you good. Instead, try blessing them. If you see a nice car, think, "Good for them. That is inspiring." When you celebrate success in others, your subconscious thinks, "The captain likes this. Let's get more of it." This works for love too. If you keep attracting the same wrong type of person, it is a program. Your subconscious is looking for a match to your blueprint. If you feel unworthy, you will find people who treat you that way. Change the script before bed. Describe the character and kindness of your ideal partner. Feel the peace of being with them. And here is a secret. You are as young as you believe you are. If you think you are past your prime, your body will follow that order. But history is full of people who did their best work in their 80s and 90s. Michelangelo was 80 when he finished a masterpiece. Socrates learned an instrument at 80. Your mind doesn't have an expiration date. It only slows down when you stop giving it dreams to chase. So here is your challenge. Tonight, before you reach for your phone, close your eyes. Give your subconscious one clear, powerful command. Say it as if it's already true. Do it for 21 nights. You weren't born to just exist. You were born to lead your life. The treasure has been inside you all along. It's time to take the wheel. Start tonight. Start now. And remember, whatever you hold in your mind is what you become. Catch you in the next one here at Elite Summaries.